All right, we are back. We are going to try making some pork dumplings. Insane. I can't believe I was going to do it, but there was such a good deal on pork at the store. Like, I'll go over it real quick with you. Essentially, the pork at the store was on sale. It was like $2.99 a pound. There were two different versions of the same like pork chop because I got the pork. It was cheap. It's cheap. I'm trying to figure out how to eat the food I want as cheaply as possible while also still trying to cook foods I want. Like, obviously, it's going to turn out bad. Might as well use it on the discount food. Anyways, but that's not what I wanted to mention. Safeway's Butcher is like, meh, I've never been a fan of Safeway's Butchers. I mean, I've gone there. I've gotten boneless, or no, I haven't gotten them. I've looked at it, and it's like boneless, and you can see like at least a huge chunk of cartilage or something, and it's just like, okay, even if that isn't bone, why call it boneless if there's a huge chunk of cartilage in it? Anyways, maybe that's just me being upset. I feel like Fred Meyer Butcher's never any issues, QC never any issues, but Safeway, eh. Anyways, had a great deal on pork, but the family size ones had way bigger bones in them. Like the one I got was technically 50 cents off more a pound, so the other one was I think like 2.50 off a pound, and mine was like 3 off a pound, or it was $2 and 2.50. Anyways, but 50 cents difference. And I'm assuming the only 50 cents difference was the fact that the other ones had a huge bone in them. Mine don't. You'll see eventually. But we'll get back to that story. But for now, I think you have to do the dough ahead of time. So we're going to get that started now. And then we are going to come back later once this is ready. Um, at least what Google told me, we're going to be doing like a 50-50 mix here. So I'm just going to, whoops, I guess we want to zero that out. Okay, so that's zeroed out. We'll try. I think maybe for now we'll do like, I don't know. I don't want to do too much. I'm thinking maybe just a cup. Not quite a cup, I guess. Okay, so that's 6.5, and now we'll need about, what is that? About, well, it's half water, so we'll just go to 10 ounces. I guess you guys can't see. There we go. So essentially what we were at, well, we're at 6.5. So what's half of that? 3.25, which would essentially be 10. So we'll just keep going until it hits 10. Kind of tricky. Oh, oh, oh. I'm feeling like that's a lot of water, but I don't know. Oh, I also got nothing to stir this with, so I'll be right back. Unless, well, I'm gonna have to stir with my hands at some point, right? No, this is gonna get. I'll be right back. Okay. At least now I don't have to worry about it. You know what? Starting to feel like maybe I was wrong about that. Maybe we can totally go to 10. Oh no, it says we're at. Oh, that's because of the spoon. Nice. Okay. Now we'll pull the spoon out while we do this. Oops. I totally overdid it. It's fine. I got flour. Okay, let's get that out of the way. We'll get back to the real thing. Somehow figuring out how to mix this. I've never done this before, by the way. Like, obviously, I've mixed like flour and water before, but never done this 1-2 ratio or used warm water before, which is probably a pretty cool trick, but I've never done it. Hopefully, we'll just be able to repurpose that flour that falls out. Should I just put it on the mat, you think? We'll just put it on the mat. I guess we'll just start working with it by hand. I don't know. Might as well. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's so sticky. It's okay. There's lots of flour around. It almost reminds me of like some kind of breakfast meal. I mean, it is flour and hot water, so probably just giving me like, oatmeal or cream of wheat vibes is probably what's actually happening. I guess we'll just keep folding it in on itself, right? Ooh. It's a little sticky. Honestly, I have no idea what to expect. I think I'm just going to do this and see what happens. I'm not exactly sure. I know nothing about, like, you know, dough and flour. Sometimes I can do like bread. Like I do these really good little, like, what would you call them? They are just little garlic bread balls or whatever. I'm actually really good at that. I'd make them for you one day. It's gonna be forever though. I'm gonna have to actually kind of plan it out because, okay, I really need to just kneel. Otherwise, it's gonna start hurting. Ugh. Leaning over like that, just, it hurts so bad after a while. Anyways, and supposedly we're supposed to be doing this for like 10 minutes. Okay, it's a little grabby right now, so I'm just trying to grab some of the flour from around here to try and make it a little less grabby. I know I messed up with the, my hands and everything, but whatever. Okay, I'm going back up. I can't get enough force. I'm using my height as a tool to press down on it. Also, I think we're way overboard on the water. We're just going to flour it a little bit. Yes, much better. At least for the time being. And I was told we have to work with this for like 3 to 5 minutes. I don't know. Okay. I need this to go up. There we go. And then, I don't actually know how long we're supposed to work. I have no clue. I guess we'll just keep working it for probably another couple minutes here. A little bit of a hodgepodge of what I want to do. Essentially, I've got the pork, and then I'll try and get as many other ingredients in there as I can. I think we've got some ginger, but it was looking pretty sad. Normally, I'm not a huge fan of ginger. Like, I don't have any problems with ginger. It's just I don't really like it that much. Unfortunately, like, it's really unfortunate. It's not like I try to hate on garlic or ginger or anything, but I just naturally can't do it. It's just like, I mean, it's like, it's not bad. I mean, it's probably what people have against, like, garlic and onions. I have that thing, but with, ginger. I mean, it's starting to feel like it's working its way back to where we want. Been working with it a little bit. I don't know how sticky is too sticky. It feels like it's not really sticking in my hands for having that much dough on it. I think we'll call it here. And then supposedly Chef John says we let it rest for a half an hour. So there we go. I don't know. That feels pretty sad. I guess we'll roll it a little more. Okay. There we go. Maybe if we do this. Okay. Yeah, see, that gives us a much more round ball. Doesn't matter. We're just going to leave it like that. Okay. I'm going to cover this up. You don't need to be here for it. So we'll come back in the half an hour, and I should have all the rest of the ingredients that we're going to chop up and then put into this guy. So we'll be back. It takes me forever. All right, looks like we're about ready to get into it here. I need to start cooking and cutting things still, but we've got the water boiling, which is a great first step. You won't have to wait for that. But I got the pork chops in here, or pork chop. We're doing a small amount to start here. So yeah, we're just doing one pork chop. In all honesty, what I might do is do some on the steamer and then cook some in a pan. I haven't decided yet. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. I grabbed this just to be fancy. They say the most dangerous thing in a kitchen is a dull knife. It says the experts, not me. Okay. I'm still not good at this, so, I mean, if you want, you can make fun of me. I think I'm at least going in the right directions, at least. Okay. But I got about 6 of these, by the way. All about this size. This might have been one of the larger ones. And like I said, these ones don't really have, like, a bone in them. Maybe I didn't say that. I don't know. I essentially did two of these. The one you saw was in the fridge, and then I redid another one just now, but my audio was like off the entire time, so whoopsie. Anyways, so we're gonna cut this into small little bits. I honestly don't know how small. And then once we're done with this, I'm gonna take it out, and then we are going to work on the next thing. You know what? I like that we have that parchment paper. We'll just actually cut it on this. Also, I did the whole parchment paper thing. Like, it was in that little pack of 6 initially, and then I'm like, well, I want to make it look good. So then I ended up doing this to the rest of them, and then I'm like, I'll do the one I do on camera with it too. So I'm not quite sure what we want to do. I'm assuming we want to probably cut around the bone just so we can get to the actual meat here. Let's see. I don't want to like cut off any like cartilage and make my dumplings super gross or anything. Let's see. I'm just essentially pinching it, seeing where the bone's at, and trying to figure out if I can cut around it. This is the first time for me, so where'd that bone at? Okay. Nice. Getting there. I don't know how much we could save from this guy. Let's see. I don't want to get too messy just yet. I'd like to cut the other stuff before I go over. Okay, we'll just cut the other stuff. I don't want to go overboard with you guys right now. Don't want to make it take forever, you know. But, I mean, whatever. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. I'm torn. I'm torn. All right, let's make sure that we don't have any other weird stuff. I mean, I feel like a little bit of something. I don't know if that's bone or something else, but it feels like just a little something. Nah, the rest of it feels pretty okay. All right, cool. So I'm not sure how small of little bits we're trying to get these into, but I guess for now we'll just do long little strips, and then we'll try and cut it into even smaller little cubes, I'm thinking. I don't know. I honestly haven't had a chance to think about this. Also, I think we're going to have to get off the mat now. As much as I did want to keep it from getting too dirty, it's over. Let's see what to do. I'll just fold this up. I think it'll set nicely in this corner. And then we can do the rest of this and then come back to it. Okay. It's like some sparkly thing on there. I don't know what it was. Now I got my cat trying to get a hold of me. Are you really going to jump up here right now? I would never know. Okay. Should probably put these strips somewhere else. They're starting to get a little clogged up there. Oh, hello. What's up? You come to say hi to everybody? Beautiful. Come to get your amazing fur over everything. You don't like pork, do you? She usually likes, she loves chicken. She used to literally eat the knuckles off of chicken legs when I used to bring them home from work. I'd go to Albertsons, and then I would grab the chicken legs. My friend used to work there, and he made them perfect, so I'd take my perfect chicken legs home for like either on my lunch, or usually what it was for was like after work or dinner or something. But yeah, I'd get home, I would eat the chicken, and then, you know, I'd give her the rest of it, and she would eat the knuckles as a kitten. It was adorable. We both got bad teeth now, so we don't do anything like that. It's hilarious. Me and my cat both have teeth problems. Okay. There's that. And then I guess we'll just try and do small little slices here. Try and get that cutting action going. I don't know if this is like too big a cuts or not. I mean, I guess we can always make it smaller if we need to. Or I can always cut them up a little more later. I'm not exactly sure what I want to go for. Probably cutting too many at once in reality. That's actually probably what's going on here. I need to do a smaller portion. Maybe we'll half these and see if it works out a little better. You know, I guess we'll just randomly butcher it at the end and see if we get the size giblets we want. Okay. Let's see. So happy that that thing's working. I filled it with like a bunch of water. I filled it with like over 2 liters. At least that's what the teapot said. So hopefully that was a good idea, not a bad idea, because I'm assuming it would heat up faster with a little amount, but since I can't see how much is down there, I actually don't know how much of the steam is evaporating, so I didn't want to have to add water at some point. Okay. Man, this one pork chop feels like it's going to do a lot of these little dumplings. I wonder how... Well, let's see. Because I think... Yeah, I think this is literally almost an eighth of the dish. Eighth? Quarter? So 1 pound, half pound. You know, I bet this is probably a quarter pound. I mean... I'm trying to think, because I got 2 pounds of the meat. So yeah, if I halved it, and then half... This is almost like a half portion. Wow. Almost. Okay, I guess, and then we'll just kind of randomly cut it. Or should we just try big chunk? What do you think? Well, I'm just going to randomly cut some. No. Pointless. We'll try it better next time. Okay, so that goes into the bowl. And then we won't have to worry about mixing it until later. I'm going to get all the meat stuff out of here. And then, yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I also remembered I forgot a few more ingredients. Technically, they don't say fish sauce, but that's one we're going to experiment with. I also technically wanted to add some oyster sauce, just because. That's normally what I put in my soup. Man, I can't wait till I get to do soup with you guys. It's going to be like take a long time to cook while we do it, but it'll be so fun to actually have you guys here for the full process. Just because, like, you know, I actually pretty confident with that. This never done this before, so we're just experimenting, but the other thing might actually come out right. Let's see. So let's grab this other knife here. Well, you know what? I honestly wouldn't have used it for this little one, but because I brought it out and used it on the big one, I guess I kind of have to, right? There we go. Okay. And then we'll do these first. Let me double check what... Oh, wow, these got sad real fast. Okay, I'm going to have to put these in water. Look at that. Look how sad those are. Wow. They looked really good at the store yesterday. I guess it doesn't take much. I guess I had no idea you need to put them in water immediately. I thought about it, but I didn't do it. Or maybe it's because I didn't have them in a bag. Would they have been a little less prone to being this sad? That's okay. We'll just grab the good ones. These guys are obviously the good ones. And now I just need to look up how many we need. Oh, man. So sad. You can tell these ones definitely sad. That one's definitely sad. You pretty sad, but I'll put you in the middle. And then, you know what? So these two are the ones who didn't. They're really sad. Okay. Let me double check the ingredients. It's Google, by the way, so it could be totally screwing me over. But based on Chef John and everything, it looks pretty good. Half cup finely chopped cabbage. I don't really have those kinds of ingredients. Well, actually, what does it say about the pork? Why do I keep putting this away? Half tablespoon soy sauce, half tablespoon sesame oil. Of course, I think we are about using a half pound, I'll bet. I'm not sure. Should I go get the measuring thing? Okay, yeah, I'll go grab a couple things. I'll be back. Alright, well, first we got the scale. Let's see how we're looking there. I understand it's in the bowl, but we'll see. Well, shoot, that's in grams. I have no idea what 290 grams is. Let's see. 290 G2OZ. 10 ounces. So, yeah, literally half pound probably. So cool. We'll go off of the half pound measurement, which is actually exactly what I have on my phone, which is perfect. Let's see. So it's going to be a half cup of that, but first we're going to see about the green onion, if it has a specific amount or not. Let's see. Scallions, it says a quarter cup. So see if you guys can get in on the action. Okay, yeah, that seems doable. What do you think, 2 or 3? Set that off to the side. That was only for reference on what we should be doing. Turn off. This thing's kind of broken. We really need a new one, in all honesty. Okay. Probably should have washed these off. Hopefully they got washed off enough at the store. I'm going to keep the butts a little big. Not because I think that's a bad idea, but because I'll plant those later. It'll be great. I don't know how thin to make these. I guess you're technically supposed to hold it with the triangle, right? I know I should... Whoa! Cutting my finger. Just the nail, though. You know when it catches in the nail and you're like, whoa! Thank goodness I got nails. A little freaky. It's because I'm not using that big knife. It's got pork all over it and I didn't want to wash it. It's not because I'm lazy. It's because, you know, I want to get back to the video. I got this water boiling. It's going to clink off at some point, right? And then we're going to clink it right back on. But I think it's temperature based, so it'll probably kick right back off again, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's a bad piece. I'm the chef today, and I'm cutting out anything that looks kind of meh, even though I'm also the chef who doesn't wash them. So, you know, I'm kind of a mixed bag. I'll do one thing right, but another thing wrong. It won't taste like weird, gross onion, but if it wasn't washed off at the store, oh well. Also, why is this bubbling like this? This is such an annoying mat for this. Like, talk about picking the wrong one. I guess if I turned it the other way around, it would be great, in all honesty, but not doing that. Okay. Where are we at? I guess we'll leave some of this kind of stuff whole. Just dumb bubbling mat. Okay. No, wait, I'm not getting the gross stuff. That would make me a liar. Maybe I did get some of it. Well, look at that. Not only am I a mixed bag, I'm a liar. Unless that's part of the mixed bag portion. Ah, there it is. There's some more. Gross. Okay. I mean, if you were trying to cheat, you could call it a quarter cup, but I definitely want one more. And this time we'll cut off the bad stuff ahead of time since we're only dealing with one. Should probably be trying to cut it smaller, but I'm trying to see what happens if I just kind of go fast. I'm just experimenting here because I'm not going to do that little triangle thing because the knife is too small, I guess, or something like that. It's probably because the knife is too small, if I had to guess. How are my levels? They don't look horrible, hopefully. Okay. What is my... must be the mic. Okay. Alright, we'll be done, Okay. Alright, now that feels like it should be a real quarter cup. Technically over, but that's a real quarter cup in my opinion. Oh, I guess we're actually supposed to let this rest, so what I should have done was let the meat rest while I was doing that, I think, but oh well, I guess we'll not have time to let them rest too much and incorporate the different flavors. It's going to be live. I guess I can save some of the mix, because if I'm going to heat some in the other pan, what I'll do is maybe steam these ones real quick fresh with you guys. And then I'll let the other half set up, and then we'll try cooking that and frying those ones. That'd be pretty good. 2 different style dumpling tonight. Well, I guess it's the same, but just, you know, 2 different cooking methods. Okay. I don't know. We probably need at least another half leaf, right? Okay, we'll try that to start, and then we'll see where we're at. Now this I definitely didn't want this stupid little knife for, but whatever. I guess we'll just cut it in half and see what happens. Okay. That thing's sharp, I'll give it that. Like terrifyingly sharp almost. Okay. And I think I'm just going to rotate this so that way I don't end up essentially trying to grab it and mixing it all around, spilling it. I think this will be the most efficient way to kind of get in here and cut these into little blocks. Okay. Ooh, spooky. You know, I don't like, I mean, I bet you could eat it, but I'm just looking at this and it just doesn't look like it's going to be the best part of the cabbage. So we're going to throw that off to the side. Okay. Well, there's definitely still quite a bit of this coarse. Ooh. I got to be careful. I guess we'll just go to the dumb chopping method. This is just where we're at, so I don't accidentally cut myself like a child. Okay. Actually, you know what? That's way more effective, and I'm way less scared. I can look at you while doing this. Look at that. That is how unscared, how unterrifying. I don't know. Let me ramble. Okay. There's definitely still some big pieces here. I guess we'll throw them in the center. Have just one little last chopping party here. Okay, that's got to be pretty good. Grab it. Oh, right. We should probably check it. It did say a half cup. That's like 3/4 cup. Let's double check here. Half cup finely chopped cabbage. Yeah. Half tablespoon soy sauce, sesame oil, teaspoon grated ginger, half teaspoon, half clove garlic. I'm just going to do a full clove because I love garlic. This is technically way too much garlic, but it's for me. So we're going to over garlic this. I love garlic so much. I don't know. Well, maybe I should cut it in half and then do it, because I just want to get those little squares essentially. And it's really hard to get those little squares once you get, if it's too thick. There we go. Yes. Wow. I'm actually cutting my nail off. Man, you know when like you got metal in your mouth, like aluminum or something weird that gives you that weird like kind of tang? I'm getting that same kind of feeling / vibe when I'm cutting and hitting my nail. It's like nails on a chalkboard almost. Well, I guess I regret starting that thing so soon, because we've been here, what, 25 minutes? But don't worry, we're almost at that part where we get to start working on the buns. Whoa. Okay. There we go. Now we can throw all this in. Oh, I love it so much. Boom. Okay. I think that's all the garlic. Just in case, we'll put some more cabbage in. It smells so good. I love the smell. Okay. I'm just gonna kneel here. Oh god, that blocks my face. Fine, I'll stand for you. Okay, half cup? Yeah, half cup. So I guess we might use this for later. That looks more like a half cup. We'll be just like a touch generous with it, just in case. Okay, why am I'm flicking it on the floor like I'm not even thinking. I'm sorry. Okay, what's next? I guess we'll do the ginger next. Half clove, oh no. It says the garlic's optional. Let's see here. How much? Ginger, teaspoon, half teaspoon. This is a quarter teaspoon, which is probably, I guess, how much we'll be using, because unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of ginger. I wish I was, but I'm not. I end up, it ends up being like overpowering for me. It's not like it's not bad in certain dishes and I can handle it if it's just a little, but it's like, you know, when they hand you slices of garlic, yeah, I can't do that stuff. I wish I could. Like, I can tell it smells good. I can tell it should be a nice, refreshing flavor, but it just ends up being too, ugh. Man, this thing's fancy. I guess it's for nutmeg or something. Oops. I wonder if this is actually, it's kind of working. Okay, well, I guess that's how much ginger we're getting. Just a little fleck. Okay, that's babyish. I'll cut up some more. Hold on, I'll actually put like a little ring in here. Okay. And then we'll chop this up really small and I'll put that in there. Okay. Now let's see. I guess first we'll run the lines and then we'll chop it straight through, because that's usually the style I like to go for. There we go. Because the garlic still adds some. I mean, it's garlic. The ginger still adds something. It's just, it gets overpowering for me really fast, unfortunately. Like I said, I wish I could get over it, but unfortunately it's a preference thing. I hate having preferences sometimes. Okay, let's see here. I guess we're gonna have to grab one more mat for the dough. So let me get this stuff out of here, and we'll pour the other stuff in and get it a little mixed here. So half tablespoon. We're not gonna do that much for the fish sauce because I just want to put in a little bit just to see how it turns out. Let me double check. I just don't want to like overpower it here. Yeah. Tablespoon sesame oil, tablespoon soy sauce. You know what? I remember Chef John saying don't use too much sesame oil, so I guess we'll listen to him this time. We'll probably do, what do you think, a half teaspoon? But the soy sauce, I think we can do a whole half tablespoon. That sounds appropriate. But yeah, it just doesn't seem right, does it? Is it? Can I use that much? We'll just start off with the small. Well, actually, that's going to be for the salt, so we'll just guesstimate in here. There we go. Definitely more than a quarter, but I just don't want to overdo it. It feels like a lot. Again, I love this stuff. I don't mind if it was a lot. It's just, you know, my dad sounded like he might be kind of excited for these later, so I don't want to totally screw him over. Aside from the garlic. He's not like the biggest fan of garlic. Like, you know, I can kind of just like eat bits of garlic if I wanted to. Like this. I think this is the garlic. Hmm. It definitely is. Like it's got a little burning, you know, almost like a radish, but it's good. Okay, let's get all this stuff out of here. And I am going to attempt doing the dough stuff, which is going to be a crazy. Oh, first we got to do the white pepper, and then I also have to go get salt. White pepper, 1/8 of a teaspoon, or to taste. So, okay. So what we will do for now is do a little bit of a guesstimate. I mean, probably about there. Okay. I mean, I do like white pepper, but we won't overdo it this time. We got lots of other cool seasonings to rely on. So we'll keep this in here. I will go grab the salt and then the other board to do our dough on, and then I'll have to get some kind of roller. And we'll put these in water and get that back in the fridge. Cool. And we'll be back. Oh, the door's closed. Which, I mean, it's always closed, but I wasn't ready for it. Oh, that white pepper's making me sneeze. Do you remember the Mythbusters episode where they did that? Sneezing with your eyes open, probably? I don't know. Okay, this is like the only one we have. It's such a massive one. It's insane. Also, I want to drink some tea. Sorry. Honestly, anytime I do anything, it feels like it takes like an eon, and it's just like, God, are they even going to want to watch that? Are they going to click off while I'm drinking water for 3 seconds? But in all honesty, I spend way more time not talking in general. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure we should have definitely used more flour. Luckily, we have our other batch, so that we should be able to use for sure. Oh gosh, I don't know what to do about that one. You know what? Maybe I do know what to do. We'll actually put it in the fridge and see what happens. See if it sticks together a little more or something. Boy, I don't know if this one's going to be savable though. Yeah, maybe we won't worry about that right now. I could always make some more, I guess. Wait, this has the same problem. Huh. Oh well. Well, we'll try that one then. If they both seem to have the same issue. I definitely know this one's stickier though. While I was making it, I was like, should I put more flour on? And I was like, nah, it'll be fine. Ooh. Oh, it's so hard to work with. We're gonna have to go with the other one. Ugh, what a pain. I'm bad at this. Alright, well, luckily we had this backup one, which is technically the first one anyways. Please come off of here. This is so annoying. Sorry, I should keep it on both cameras for you. I'm still trying to figure stuff out. And not get upset when this happens! Okay. Well, when they say it a sticky dough, I'm going to be a little less... Like, this feels like one of those, you know, only a little bit of butter moments. This just... I'm going to have to get flour of some kind. I don't know. Are you even supposed to use flour after that? Or should this actually technically just work? I mean, shoot. We'll give it a try, I guess. It's a little freaky. I also don't like all the cuts down here. Makes it seem like it's going to stick to everything. But you know what? It's a little workable. I'll give it that. It seems to be workable. Okay. I honestly don't know what size to cut these in. What do you think? Maybe one more time and then we roll this one out and see what happens? Or do you think that's big enough and we should just cut it in fourths and see what we get? Honestly, I mean, I'd love to have like little dumplings. Let's see what we get with one of these. I guess we'll do that one. Please don't stick too bad, man. luckily it should stick to the thing that has all the spots on it. Okay, well, definitely needs more flour. Can I add flour now? I don't even know if you're supposed to. I guess I should look it up. Well, it's not going to work if I don't get flour, so we'll just see what happens, I guess. Okay. You know, that didn't feel too bad, actually. Let me experiment this before we put that flour on, just for a second. I'll try and move this out of your way so you can see me here. Okay, let's see. I don't... Hey, you don't do that to me. Oh, it's definitely going to do it if I turn it the wrong way. What's up with these stands? It feels like you need to have like a weight behind them at all times. Okay, well, I'm definitely going to be flouring the pin, I guess. Or just maybe like, can I just do like a chef's kiss of flour and call it a day? Chef's kiss, right, Daniel? Okay. Yes. Yes, much better. Oh, thank goodness. How do those people roll it out so fast? I mean, maybe one day I'll get that good. How cool would that be if I'm the guy who's just like... Okay, I shouldn't do that. That's obviously going to be two-hand motion. Why would I do this? I'm not dual wielding. I've never seen him do that. Of course, I don't watch many videos on it either. Okay. Whoop. This is pathetically unround. Okay, well, it's not the best, but I think this is probably like the size we want. I'm starting to be able to see through the mat. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. And then, let's see, will it even come up properly? No, not really. Alright, well, we'll call that a failed one. And this next one, we're going to put flour down ahead of time. Okay, we're just going to roll it all in the flour because I'm not getting another failure here. This thing's way too heavy. It just like smashes it in whichever direction I'm rolling it. Maybe that's not too bad. Well, actually, I take that back. Whatever. That seems pretty appropriately sized, right? Yes, no? Maybe we gotta flatten it out just a little more in this direction here. Okay, well, that's what we're gonna call good then. Oh, I should have mixed that stuff while we were doing this. Let me go grab a... Oh, I also forgot the salt. Let me go do a couple things. Okay, I got the salt. It should probably be enough. I mean, it's got a bunch of soy sauce in it, right? That should compensate. So we'll get this mixing, and then I was told it's supposed to be like kind of light and airy, so you're not supposed to go too overboard with the like smashing or pressing of it. Wow. Is that really all it takes to do dumplings? And I've been missing out on it my whole life? We'll see. They might come out like garbage. There's never time to ruin it. Or, well, there's always time to ruin it. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. There we go. Well, we'll let that do its thing now. And hopefully that'll have time to mix while I'm failing at doing these. Or, you know what? We'll put one in right now. We'll just grab just a little bit of this. A little bit. Let's see. A lot of it. Seems like it needs more cabbage. Seems like these are going to be really meaty. Oh, look at that. We have it right here. Now we'll use the rest. Just seems like it needs more filling. I don't know. Seems like this probably still won't be enough, but we'll try it after that. Oops. Well, now it's unsanitary. Okay. I wonder if that'll even work. A little more? No, never tempt it. Okay, we'll just do this and call it a day. Let's see. I don't actually know how you're supposed to really do this. They said what? Pinch and press? Oof. This is so sticky to me. Okay. Well, let's first get it closed, I guess. Okay. It's so sticky. That's the real issue. Look at that. It's tearing itself open while I'm doing that. I'm just going to have to do this one really lightly. Oh, wait. Oh. Well, I might be able to save it. Nope. Okay, I'm going to have to like do something to my hands or something. We're putting it in though. It looks awful. Oh, here. Should we try and get it in frame? Where is it? There it is. Our single one. Okay. Well, we'll start working on this then. Getting these other ones prepped. Oh my gosh. They're so they needed so much more flour. I had no idea. You know what? Let's just pat it out for a second. That'll probably be easier. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. I don't actually know how long we're supposed to cook it. What are we at? 45. So we'll let it go like 10 minutes or something and then see where we're at. Oops. Don't want to get that tearing. Okay. Well, I guess we can try this one. Still kind of weird. I'm really bad at these still. Let's see. Maybe I should have pressed it down a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I should have cut the pork a lot smaller is probably what I should have done. Oops. Please no tears. Kind of cheating a little bit, but maybe it'll make a similar shape. I don't know. It is so hard to touch this without it sticking. There we go. There we go. That's a power move. That's how you get things done around here. Okay, well, it's really lame, but should we throw it in too? Yeah, we're doing it. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess what we'll do now is maybe try and not make them that thin. Maybe we'll try and do a thicker one. See if maybe thicker is better. So we'll try and just roll this one out just really small, like just super tiny. Let's see. This feels like we could get just a little smaller. It's probably going to spring back, right? Yeah, okay. Now let's try that one. It's obviously going to be a little smaller. It's going to be a little smaller. Let me grab way more stuffing or filling. Hate that fell on the ground. Okay. Well, that feels a little tiny. Let me see if I can just, well, let me try. Let me just try and get some of that in there. Oh no. Oh no, don't tell me I overdid it. Well, first thing we're gonna have to do is not let you get in there. Okay. There we go. I think I overdid it. Yeah, overdid it. Okay, well, dang. Actually, not too bad. If I had these prepped, I wouldn't care. So, well, I'll just wash that off. I hate touching raw things and not washing my hands. Okay. So now we got a little bit thicker of one. So hopefully that turns out okay. Hopefully I didn't get all the thickness on the outside here, causing it to be gross or something. I wonder how that first one's doing. We're at about 5 minutes, just so you know. So let's see. Should I try it? I think these are a good size. I don't know. Maybe I should... Oh, jeez. Maybe I should work with that dough real quick and get more flour in it. No. No, I'm not going to do that. Get this little piece of cabbage out of there. Well, I touched the pork. See, this is what I hate about touching raw foods. We'll just do two. I don't think I did it with this hand. Okay, let's see. We'll do this in thirds, because those other ones seem just a little too thin, but who knows. Okay. Now we'll try flour these bad boys up. Okay. I think I'm starting to make them too thin. Of course, that's the outside. I don't think it matters if the outside's so thin. You just don't want the middle bursting open, I'll bet. Okay. We'll call it there. Grab some goodies. Too many goodies, maybe? Let's see. Okay, fine. I guess we'll call it there. What a little tiny one, though. I guess we're all experimenting, so... Ooh. Hey. Hey now. This is like the first one that's come out to anything resembling correct, even if it's still lame as hell. Okay. I'm gonna go get a tester to see what the internal temp of that first one is. Okay, let's see where we are at with that first one. Let's try and not get the hot liquid on me. It says it's 200 in there, so that's gotta be well done, right? Is there any way to stab the actual meat inside of there, potentially? And see where we're at? It's still showing 200 everywhere, so I guess 7 minutes was enough. Let me go grab a little plate. Okay, let's see. Guess we'll set it here. We'll stab it. I guess I shouldn't have stabbed it. But let's see. We're just going to cut this open because, you know, safety's important, I guess. So let's see. Where are we at? Oh, it's so hot. You know what? I'll believe that it's safe, actually. But what do you say inside pork? And it still says 190, so we got to be good. Okay, we'll let that cool off. While it's cooling off, though, I'm going to pour a little soy sauce in it. I know that's technically not the sauce you're supposed to use. I think you mix it with something else. I forget. But just to give it a little something, something. I guess that means that other one's going to be done too then, right? I guess we'll check on it while we're waiting for that one to cool down. Where are you at, buddy? Let's see if we can find the pork to stab. I don't know. This one says 200 as well. Man, I guess these get done faster than I thought. Okay. Should we test now? I don't think we need to, because that one should be fine. Should be all fine. Let's see. How are we looking? Soy sauce is really good. The outside's actually really good. Like, you know, the breaded part. Definitely can end up getting way too much of the flour on the seam. But if that doesn't happen, I think it's gonna be a great combination of, like, you know, dough to meat. Maybe it needs more cabbage. Oh, didn't even notice. I don't know. Probably need to be cut finer. That's probably something that needed to happen so that pork melts in your mouth a little better. But it's still really, I have no complaints in all honesty. It tastes like, you know, ones you'd get from the store where it's like, you know, a quick and easy meal where you just reheat them in this real quick. That's what it seems like. Really good. Like, let's try this other one. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, see, this one's, well, this one's just getting to like the 200. In all honesty, I don't know. Like, so, funny story. I've always been scared, like, you know, the second well, as a kid, you know, I used to always be scared, like, the second, you know, you touch, like, raw pork and then touch your mouth, like, you got worms, right? Or if you eat it, or like salmonella, you know, all raw chicken has salmonella on it. The second, you know, any amount of raw chicken gets in your mouth, you're dead. Like, you know, I had that kind of fear, so. And I'd always worry that I undercook stuff because, like, you know, it always feel pinker than it was supposed to be. But anyways, so I always overcook things. My paranoia. You know what? Maybe I'm getting the hang of this. Not like really getting the hang of it, but kind of getting the hang of it. Definitely feels like it needs more cabbage, though. I think we should really cut up more cabbage. This feels like a lot in here. Ooh, yeah, on the fly stretching. Beautiful. Well, that saved me. Aside from, wow, that is way too, yeah, I could have done way more in there. Okay. Well, I overdid slash underdid that. See, the outside on this one's going to be really thick and meh. You know, it's not bad if you really like it, but it's going to be kind of meh. I'm going to get away from my other one. Okay, let's see. Where's that other internal temp at on this bad boy? Looks like we are at 205. So we're probably totally done on that one. We're probably done on both of them in all honesty, but we'll pull this one out. I'm going to go grab some soy sauce, take it down to my dad, and see what he thinks, and we'll be back. Yeah, he really likes them. Of course, I still think it needs more cabbage. I don't think we're going to do that. We did a pretty small batch, half batch technically, and that was just one. I've got like 4 more of those puppies. So I'll cook those later, though. You don't have to be a part of it. Unless you guys want to be. I can always start doing like long filming if you guys really enjoy it that much. How much is this one at? Okay, good. So that one's not even up to temp. The other one technically is. Pull this guy off. That one's probably going to be mine, and then we'll do another batch of these. So yeah, I guess we'll just figure out what to do here. Why is there water still on this? It's going to be a problem. Especially if it drips on there. Ugh. Okay. I guess we'll just flour it now. What is that? Is that a hair? Probably a Luna hair. My computer turned off and I don't like that because I need to see what we are up to. Okay, there we go. Cut that in half, and then I think we can do, well, what? Probably thirds? Okay. Whoops. Well, this one's going to be half or quartered, I guess. Okay. So there we go. We've got, how many can we make now? We can make, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So perfect. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, okay. We'll try and get all these done. Maybe I'll eat this one real quick. Too doughy. But I knew it. I called that a long time ago. So, Oh, that's a lot of ginger. It's good. I'm kind of joking. A lot of ginger for me, but somebody else would have been like, "Oh, finally, one that has the amount of ginger I want." I wish I wasn't such a ginger baby. Even when I'd have like ginger cookies, I'd be like, "Man, something about these ginger cookies really." Whew. Okay. Let's try and do maybe that much. Ooh, this one's going to be awesome. Okay. Just going to have to figure out how to fold it right. Probably going to have to pull this guy out a little ways. Ah, dang, look at that. If I made it more round, I bet it would have fit over there. Fail. What a long, interesting... you know what? It actually doesn't look too bad. Let's try and finish it up, though. Even though this isn't really work. Well, actually, it's a little working. Alright, so we've got one on the ready. Oops. This is really tight space. I need to figure out how to make this feel like more space. Hold on. Okay. Oh. Okay, we're just going to flour this guy up. And then we're going to super flour him up, and I think we can even set him on top of there and we'll be safe. Now we can move all these little... Okay, everything's getting floured. Everything's getting floured because everything being sticking. Everything. Okay. There we go. Now we've got it. We'll just pull up the... You know, this shirt is just done for. I switch them out like every day anyways. So, you know, if you ever see me wearing the same thing in a video, obviously shot same day. Now that I said that, it's not going to not be true, but literally every other time before this. Okay, let me just flour these bad boys. There we go. Please, I flour you in everything. Please don't stick. I guess you gotta flour them properly now, too. Okay. Okay, that's gotta be pretty good, right? It looks pretty good. I mean, how much better can I get? Alright. Set that over there. Man, all pork. No cab. That's it. We're fixing this. We're fixing this. I'll be right back. I might chop it too, so that way you don't have to wait. Okay, there we go. Well, now I might have added too much, but, I think it's going to get a little wet and start to mix better than I initially think, in all honesty. Okay. Oh, yeah. Feels like a little too much. We should have added it at the start and we wouldn't have had a problem. I don't mind it, though. Don't mind it. I think we're going to have to do these a lot thinner than I have been, though. This guy's got to be done, right? Do I need to check? I mean, he's been in here the whole time, right? Yeah, this guy. Yeah, he totally hit the temp. And he's been at it for a long time. Okay, that one's also going to be mine, but I'm definitely going to put soy sauce on it because they taste way better with the soy sauce. Okay, so there we go. Now I do feel a little guilty that the cabbage is like overpowering now. Ah, whatever. Ooh, we could totally add way more filling to that. Hey, you know what? We'll just dump some of this cabbage out, I think. Well, nah, we'll make it work. Some of these are just going to be really, really cabbagey. Which, I mean, it's not a problem, right? You guys like a lot of cabbage in your egg rolls, right? Okay. Man, I really got to figure out how to do circles. These tops being all stupid like that is getting on my nerves. And not being able to properly close it. Okay. That bad boy's probably going to bust open. Okay, let's get that back in there. Get this out of the way. Okay. This roller sucks. Like I should just be using a bottle or something at this point. It's so annoying. I'm grabbing something else. It's so stupid trying to literally deal with this heavy object when you're just trying to like lightly press something down and roll it out into like a little round shape. This is way easier. Okay. Let's see. Looks like we're still gonna have to flour the crap out of it though. Ah, much better. Okay, well now it's starting to get just a little messed up, but again, still love this way better than our other option. Okay. Well, I'd consider that a success compared to what we were getting. That's like all meat. Can we try and use a buffer filling for that? Okay, let's see. We're gonna want the majority where that big piece is. I think we can probably add just like a little more, right? Okay. Let's see. I guess we'll try and tuck it. There we go. Obviously, still a pretty big failure, but I think these are going to take a little bit of time. I don't think anybody's just like, oh yeah, I knew how to do those since I was like 5 years old. Like I just picked it up, never seen one before, rolled it out, boom, done. I don't think that's a thing. Okay. Hey, look at that. This is starting to look a little better. Ooh, wow. I might actually know how those guys in the restaurants do it now. Not really, but I'm kind of excited. Look at that. that. Look at that. It's not like the best, but it's not the worst. Okay. Cool. That's actually not bad. Okay. Let's see. Probably more filling. There we go. Not too much. Probably can add just a little more of the cabbage. Probably actually add more if I wanted to. Okay. You think that'll fit? Let's find out. Probably should have pressed this together a little better. Wow, now that's a dumpling. That is a full dumpling. I guess we'll try and pick it up on the side here. Do some kind of weird tuck over thing and then try and hide it once we pinch it together, you know? Don't notice the rollover. Don't notice the rollover. Okay, there we go. They're so sad. Oh well. Well, wait, that's what I want. I almost grabbed that disgusting thing. I want to get it out of my sight, but I don't want it to roll off and go pa-boom. I also really want to get rid of that garbage. I don't know why I'm putting up with this moisture being here. There we go. That dough is going to be so sticky after all that water now. Okay. Let's see. Just got to hit this up with the flour since we're going over this spot. Ooh, yeah. It's coming out rounder. Well, not after I looked at you. Okay. Can we... Okay. What am I doing? I'm folding it over like a moron. Okay, let's see. Try and just round this back out and then call it a day. Okay, call it a day. Let's see. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Alright. I guess I'll not let it bother me right now. That's got to be pretty good, right? Flip it over. I just want to see how we were looking. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I think we're getting the hang of it. I'm gonna open my own restaurant now. No, that'd be a horrible idea. Actually, I might have people showing up to come at me and laugh. Show up and laugh at how bad they are. But then one day I'd get good, and then, you know, they'd actually come to support me, and they'd be like, man, I loved you ever since I was making fun of you. No, I won't actually success if I tried to do cooking stuff. I don't have the energy. This is the closest thing I can do to, like, cooking every day, I think. Okay. What's going on here? It's getting so thin so fast. I bet I need just more flour. Yeah, there we go. This one's going to be super thin. Please stop picking up on the glass. Has to do it for some reason, I guess. Alright, this one's just going to be a mini one because I'm tired of dealing with it. Ooh, grab some of the goodies. Grab some of the meat. Don't let it all fall off. Okay, I guess it all... Wow, this one's going to be meaty. Little meaty boy. Okay. I don't know why I'm hunching over like a dummy. I can probably just kneel and then I can at least be upright here. Probably shouldn't have touched that. Not because of the flour, because I keep touching. Well, whatever. You know, I watch Gordon Ramsay. I see him. He touches raw meat and then just like does this on his like apron. And I'm like, well, okay, well, I also see him using that just for like whenever he's wiping his hands off. So I guess when you're in the kitchen, you're either very aware of if you're working with meats or something else, or it's just one of those things where it's like, it's not going right out to the customer. I don't know. But like I said, I was always so paranoid. I thought if you like touched any kind of meat, you couldn't do anything after that. I lived before the immune system was a thing. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm an idiot. I told you I'd accidentally grab it. Go away. Also, I'm grabbing my tea. Mmm. I'm like, how did I get so bad at this all of a sudden? Like, literally, I go to kneel down, and then it's just like, can't make dumplings anymore. And it's like, right. I forgot I was dealing with a heavy mass that literally does a horrible job at flattening things out to a roundy degree. This one's going to be super thin. This one's going to be more like a triangle. Like, what is that? How am I supposed to fold this garbo in half? Nah, that ain't happening. Whatever. I guess we'll try it. Gotta be pretty good. Let's get just a little more fillings in there. Okay, let's see. There's that. I guess I just kind of need to stretch it to my own will. But then, look at that. See that big little gap we get there? Gross. Ew, who wants that? Some people probably do, but I don't. Not for this experiment. It's so sad. Not for this experiment, at least. I don't want those. Oh, come on. Really? There we go. It's because I have a bit of dough on my hand or something. Wow, we might actually be able to cook these one day. It's gone so long. This is like literally twice as long as probably my longest video. I probably shouldn't have done so many at once. I should have let you guys go early. You are here for the whole process. We aren't doing double dumplings though. But when these ones are done, I think I'm gonna have... What is wrong? Okay. I guess I gotta stand up and just hunch over to make these properly. That must just be it. Or I'm just not paying attention. I mean, both of those things are really likely to be true. Okay. There we go. Rounding that bad boy out. Yep. Nah, this one's just weird. This is just a weird one. Why is this one so weird? Alright, well, we'll call it there. Wow, I thought I put a lot of cabbage in here, but it still feels like somehow I'm only getting meat. There we go. Well, that's like nothing. We gotta add a little more. That's a lot more, but challenge accepted. Nice. Well, it's a little awkward, but I think it's going to be pretty much filled to the brim. So that should be delicious. Oh, maybe overbrimmed. Overbrimmed. Oh no. It's okay. It should be alright. And then, man, I keep wanting to go for that gross thing. Okay. Let's make this last one count. Let's pretend I know what I'm doing here. aside from the fact we're running really low on the flour, I'm going to probably have to set these guys off to the side so I can grab some more of this. Yeah, looks like we've got enough to finish up. Okay, let's get these back out. You know what? We can probably throw them on and then just throw this guy in last real quick. I'm really sad I didn't get to try that guy fresh, but at least we'll know what they'll taste like when they're not totally fresh. Man, the sizing on these are totally different. Ah! Got a little burn there. Oh, wow. They don't all fit in here unless I'm being really, really clever about it. Okay. Don't touch. No sticking together. Cool. And then I've got that last one, which, okay. Yeah, I'm just going to have to do another batch. So there we go. We'll get those going. And then I'm going to wash my hands. We'll finish up. Well, yeah, we'll finish up on the one that's now cold. All right. Sorry. Hopefully you don't feel cheated that I kept you here to do all this cooking and now, you know, you're leaving early. I mean, technically I could probably finish doing one or two more of these and, you know, you could hang out for the full session. Man, that looks so sad. Like, I don't know if you can see how much dough is on there, but there's like a bunch of it like in between these two spots here. Tastes really doughy. All honesty, actually reminds me a little bit of the Chinese restaurant I used to go to when I was a kid, and they'd make their own pot stickers. Reminds me a little bit of that. It's so good. Like, you know, like as a child, it was just awesome. Definitely don't overdo it with the dough. It's the fastest way to ruin it. Like that one, it wasn't bad, but the dough is just way too much. But the ingredients are good. It's fresh. I don't know what you want. What more do you want? This is really good. I'm so happy this was a success. Should I go? I'm going to go over it with you while this is cooking. I need some tea first, though. So first, for anybody who stays for any amount of time, thank you. I appreciate it. If you made it all the way here, wow. Like, honestly. Anyways, I'm really happy about this. Now, I'll tell you why I'm really happy about this is because it's like essentially pork, onions, and cabbage. Like some of the cheapest things ever. And then flour and water. I mean, so long as you have the seasonings or the sauces, then it seems like you'll be fine. So I'm really happy about it because the pork, like I said, it was at the store for like $2.99. And yeah, like literally, like I guess you could price it out at almost like $1.25 per, you know, that one we used. That was literally only like $1.25. And so, you know, I have like 4 more of them. So I've got 4 more of them. I'm gonna have to do something with them. We'll definitely do something, but I think instead of steaming them, I'll try cooking them. Steaming them's definitely easier, and it's not going to overcook them like you would on the stove, or I will on the stove. I'll cut it smaller. Maybe I'll do these more, but again, I'll try and switch it up for you guys. There's no point in watching me come back and do the same thing over and over and over again. Got to give you at least a week break. Anyways, but yeah, no, I'm so happy because like literally, I think this entire meal, I didn't buy the cabbage, but green onions like 150, 130. Pork chops, like I said, it was $1.25 each, and one has been doing all of this. And then the cabbage is what? Is cabbage more expensive than I think it is? It feels like cabbage should only be like $1 or $2. But yeah, like this is I would say this is a budget like delicacy. You know, like this isn't like. This isn't like expensive ribs that are still $2.99 a pound and take 3 hours. This is like delicious fatty pork that's awesome. Yeah, this is good. Anyways, I'll finish this. I just wanted to tell you the story that this is a great meal, and literally everything here that we've used aside from sauces and stuff, I can't be bringing in your first time sauce by, you know, Oh, come on. Anyways, but let's see here. So yeah, we're literally at like the amount we used today. God, these literally so cheap. I think this is under like $2. Like everything we're doing, like right now at least. Like when I bring out the other pork chops, it's gonna be a little more. But this is literally like $2. Like literally, I can't be much more. Like $3. Like, do you like two of these cost $3, and that's if they're giving you a good deal. So, anyways, you could totally make these yourself. I mean, we're definitely like at some time here, but I've got the cheapest cooker in the world. You see this baby? It's got up and down. So, yeah. Um, I think it's great. I think if you wanted to do this, wait for a sale. I mean, that's all I'm doing. I'm literally going to the store, buying what's on sale, and then seeing what I can do with it. So maybe we'll do more pricing and stuff so that way you kind of get a reference point. But I'm also trying to use stuff in the house before it goes bad. So we're kind of doing a dual thing on that one. But if you guys like the idea of me showing you pricing and everything, because I can try and calculate this out if you want to know specifically. But seriously, $1.25. We didn't use even half of the scallions, so 70 cents. So, okay, we're going to go over the $2. All right, camera's dead. Should I put a new battery in, or should I head out ghosting you guys? No, I won't ghost you guys. Hold on. We're getting a new battery in here. Doing it live on the fly. Ugh, come on. This thing's kind of awkward when it comes trying to put it back in here. It's that dually extender one, where you can put two batteries in. Even though I don't really use the two batteries, I actually use it more for the fact that I can easily take the Canon off of the tripod. Okay, there we go. Hi. Okay, so yeah, love the meal. Like I said, used half the green on it. So we'll say $2, and then the cabbage, we'll say literally we only used a couple peels of it, but a dollar. So $3 again. $3. All this, okay. Still leaving out flour and stuff, but if we were doing it fractionally, it's cheap as hell. So there you have it. Awesome, delicious, cheap meal that literally doesn't really take that much effort. Aside from the fact you have to fail the first 2 or 3 times. But I got this figured out pretty quick. It's not bad. I mean, unless you're going for something specific, this isn't bad. I mean, I guess, let me see where we're at. Because maybe I can give you a slightly better, like, flavor profile. I mean, it's green onions, so it's, like, nice and fresh, and it has that nice oniony, refreshing feel to it. The garlic's pretty good. I didn't really chase the ginger except for that one time I went like that. So that wasn't bad. But yeah, no, I mean, it's good. Um, I want to keep talking, but you guys gotta go. You guys gotta go. Like, seriously, you got things you need to do. You don't have time to hang out with me all day. But if you do, I got more videos coming. And I got videos in the past. Please, I mean, they're not that good, so you don't have to watch the ones in the past, but hopefully the ones in the future are going to be good. So, anyways, thanks for being here. I appreciated it. Have a good morning, evening, day, afternoon, sunset, sunrise, mountain hiking, or flat plain traveling, or let's see here.